I do have to smile as I got dressed tonight. It's funny, I think back of all those 20 years in corporate America and all the blessings and the success that we had in building this is actually a $2 billion company. Never once in that time, ever, was I ever asked to speak in any public affair, never got a recognition whatsoever. I cook a little bit of barbecue, and all of a sudden I'm speaking every word and getting Olympic medals. What a great honor it is to be here this evening. And I just want to say thank you, congratulations, Ed, Janice, and Eric, and Don. I know you're going to come up here next. It's wonderful to be in your honor. It truly is to be with you up here this evening. I'm not sure who to thank for this tonight. I'm not sure the voting process or how it goes about. So, you know, whoever it was, I'm just appreciative that they like brisket. And so thank you very much, but to the university, to the president, to the Alumni Association, thank you so much. This is truly a wonderful honor, not only because it's my alma mater and the school that I love, and not only because it's the number 26 school ranked in the United States, but it's also the business school, number 26 ranked school in the United States as well. So congratulations for the tremendous incline that we've had there. Let me be truthful in this and say that this award actually, it might have my name on it, but it's not deserving to me. It goes to all the wonderful people that made me who I am today. And my wonderful wife, Monica, who I love very much, and my family, Jared and Cameron, who can't be here tonight, and James, and thank you so much for being here. You guys stood by me as we chased all these crazy dreams, and even at the risk when we almost lost everything. You know, Monica, thank you so much for being my rock. I do appreciate that so much. And this award, too, goes to the teachers and professors and the faculty and the staff that embraced me when I came here. And quite frankly, I wasn't supposed to be here, and I didn't deserve to be here. Thank you all for making me, thank you for pouring into me as much as you did and making me the man that I became one day. President Thrasher commented recently in his State of the University address. He said, "At Florida State, we know what it means to be part of a family. We may disagree from time to time, but we also have each other's back. We support each other when times are difficult, and we celebrate when we have successes." When I heard him say that, you know, the word that resonated with me so much was the word family, and how we do stand together no matter what the circumstances are, side by side. I'll tell you the story of how I got here, but I'll tell you first, too. There's an old saying that came from a 19th century theologian. His name was Kierkegaard, and he said that we live our lives moving forward, but we tend to understand our lives looking back. And who you are today is because of all the circumstances that happened in your life, the good ones and the bad ones. And I wasn't supposed to be here because I didn't. You know, Janice wouldn't have talked to me back then, but I promise you, back in 1984 when I graduated high school, I too came from Jacksonville. Maybe this is a Jacksonville thing this evening. But I couldn't get into Florida State. I did apply, and I ended up at a small little school up in Valdosta, Georgia. I was there for a semester and just got back after the Christmas holidays when, I'll never forget, I received a phone call. And that phone call was my mom. And she was crying on the other end of that phone. And she said, "Johnny, you got to come home." I said, "Why is that?" She said, "Well, your dad is gone. You know, he's decided to step out of our lives." And I said, "Okay, well, I'll just finish up the semester." She says, "No, we can't. All the money that we had saved for college is gone too." So I packed up my stuff and I rode home. And my life changed considerably. All of a sudden, that path that I had established and knew I was going to go down with such great confidence was gone. See, I was the oldest of four, and my youngest one is 15 years younger than me. And I went back home, and my job then was to take care of the family and to clean up the wake that my father had left behind for us. And I did the only thing that I knew how to do. I put my head down. I started working, and I never gave up hope. And we started painting houses and painting churches, and before you knew it, I had 12 guys working for me, and Lord, we were 18 years old up on 5-story scaffolding, and we didn't know what we were doing in Jacksonville, Florida. And I was trying to save money. The challenge was every dollar that I was making, about 80 or 90 cents of it had to go back to clean up the mess and the debt and take care of my younger kids, my siblings, who I was promised them that they would get their education. And we paid for their school all the way through too. And then it was in August in 1985, my buddy of mine calls me from here, from Florida State. He says, Johnny, he says, why don't you come over here to Florida State? I laughed at him. I said, one, there's no way I could get in, and two, I don't have any money. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I already talked to the president of the fraternity and told him about you and promised him one day you'd pay us back. And I said, okay, how do I get there? And he said, it's super easy. This is long before Google Maps. You get on I-10 and you go 3 miles, 3 hours. You look for the exit, get off on the right, take it right on Tennessee, and you go down the fraternity house and look for the lion, and then you're there. To me, that was great. Well, I had $74.68 to my name. Everything I had literally fit into a duffel bag and put into a Volkswagen, and I drove. And I couldn't go to the fraternity house until I knew I couldn't, until I found a job. And I'll never forget, I stopped at place to place to place because I had to eat the next week. And I finally found one at this place called Pugs Beer and Wine on Tennessee Street, where I got the job, and I stayed there. Believe me, I held on to that for 5 years while I was here. In fact, my claim to fame there was not management. It was coming up with the saying that come into Pugs and fill up your jugs. That was marketing. Well, it was during those 5 years that I learned really what Florida State is. A family embraces you. A family encourages you. A family takes it when the times are down, and it lifts up your confidence. And during those 5 years, the person I came in at the beginning of those 5 years, I was a train wreck. Believe me, I was a train wreck. When I came out, it was during those years that I became the president of the fraternity, and vice president of IFC, and vice president of Scalp Hunters, and president of Order of Omega. I learned to be a leader. You only learn because you're taught something. And I was taught that by this wonderful university. The love that you poured out, it made me who I am today. It showed how to take care of people in the community. And I'll tell you, when we started our business, our smokehouse, a few years later from that, it was on those exact same principles that I built our business. Exact same ones. You see, we didn't build the smokehouse on the traditional sense of marketing and advertising because we didn't have any money. We started it as a ministry in my garage, helping kids who had cancer. We started it from our heart. And over those, long before we opened our doors, consequently, you ready for this? On October 26, in 2009, 9 years ago today is our anniversary. Long before we opened the doors on that date, we learned the importance of taking care of both the people we love and the people who need love the most in our community. We didn't set out to build a restaurant chain, I promise you that. We set out with a vision of just creating a company with a purpose of impacting lives and enriching the community. One of the greatest blessings we had was the fact that we didn't come from the restaurant industry. We didn't know what to do, what not right to do. We simply did what felt right and what was in our heart. And we took care of people all the way around us, and we still do that today, and that's our mission, and that's what guides us. We treat every single guest like friends and family. We embrace the community as our home. Embedded within our roots of the company, any company, to succeed, you got to have that deep social responsibility. You know, relationships go 2 ways, and that's business. If you're not taking care of the community, they're not going to take care of you long term. To build a lasting company, it must have a conscious, a heart and care. It must be a core for it to endure. And everything, I'll tell you this, I'll end it with this one. Beyond service and greater than profit is how we treat each other and the positive impact we make with the gifts we've been given. That's how we built our company. And this is what I say to our staff all the time. And as I read each and every single one of those, and as I typed this out, I realized that's everything Florida State is. It's that constant family caring of giving back. Everything that I do today is what I was taught here, well beyond the classrooms, well beyond the books. It's the people that's behind it. And that's what makes Florida State so very, very special. I'll leave you with this. I will charge you there was different people every day, every year, every month that I was here that said something to me that lifted me out of that place of darkness that I was in. Okay? It wasn't profound. It wasn't something that was handed down. It was simply a word of encouragement and a word of lifting me up and giving me that belief and trust that I could do something more than I was today. And my charge to each and every single one of you is to never, ever underestimate the impact that you can make, not only in that person's life, but in generations to come, by one of the most powerful things you have, and that's your words and how you treat them. I pray that you always keep that in your heart and you make that difference, because you can do it every day to everybody you meet. Thank you so much. God bless, and go Noles.